Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner, Manhattan power couple turned White House advisors turned Florida residents, are known for being extremely wealthy. Curious to know more about their finances? Here's how Ivanka and Jared really make their money. If there's one thing that Jared Kushner is known for, it's that he's really good at making money. One prime example of how he does that is his online property broker company, Cadre. Jared co-founded this business venture with his brother, Joshua Kushner, back in 2014. He announced at the time, "Cadre is going to make us billionaires." And make money Cadre did, and lots of it. According to The Guardian, the company raked in a whopping $90 million in funds from foreign sources. Although it's hard to pinpoint exactly who wrote Jared those checks. The reason? The money was funneled through an offshore bank in the Cayman Islands that's operated by Goldman Sachs, which, The Guardian reported, provides a tax haven that guarantees corporate secrecy, though some suspect Saudi Arabian money is flowing into their coffers. While Jared stepped down from the board of Cadre while working in the White House, he still held on to a stake in Cadre during his tenure. Perhaps he'll work with them in a larger capacity now that he's no longer in D.C. In May of 2017, Ivanka Trump became a published author for the second time. The portfolio imprint of publishing juggernaut Penguin Random House published her book, Women Who Work: Rewriting the Rules for Success. According to Ivanka's description, Women Who Work will equip you with the best skills I've learned from some of the amazing people I've met on subjects such as identifying opportunities, shifting careers smoothly, negotiating, leading teams, starting companies, managing work and family, and helping change the system to make it better for women, now and in the future. Those of you who are familiar with the world of book publishing will be shocked to learn the size of the advance portfolio offered Ivanka, $787,500, as noted by Forbes. However, Ivanka only pocketed about $425,000 of that, according to the Washington Post, as she donated the rest to charity after her father won the 2016 election. As to whether or not Women Who Work was a wise investment for portfolio, it's not likely. Forbes reported that the imprint lost out to the tune of $220,000 due to less than dazzling reviews and sales. In addition to Cadre, Jared Kushner also rakes in clams from other real estate companies. For example, in 2019, Jared pocketed between $1 million and $5 million from Burgle 715 Associates, as noted by The Guardian. At the time, Jared was a partial owner of the company. However, that money was not without controversy, and we're not talking about the fact that there's a huge gap in the range of estimated earnings. Rather, according to the New York Times, banking giant Deutsche Bank decided to do an internal investigation of Burgle 715 Associates. The reason? In 2013, the company allegedly sold a $1.5 million Park Avenue apartment to an employee at Deutsche Bank and two of their colleagues. Why is this worthy of a probe? Reportedly, this employee has worked as a banker with Donald Trump, Jared's father-in-law, for years. And apparently, selling high-end properties to people you bank with isn't something that's encouraged due to the potential for conflict of interest. If there's one thing that the Trump family is known for other than real estate, it's the hotel industry. Donald Trump owns and operates 11 luxury hotels in the United States, in locations such as New York City, Chicago, Las Vegas, Miami, and Washington, D.C., to name just a few. And internationally, there's also a smattering of Trump-owned hotels in Vancouver, Ireland, and Scotland. While Donald has made his fair share of profits from his hotels, so too has his daughter Ivanka. According to the New York Times, she earned $3.95 million from the DC hotel in 2017, 2018, and 2019. And yes, that was when Ivanka was a senior advisor in the White House. Although she stepped down from her role at the Trump Organization during that time, she didn't completely divest herself of the family business. And she's at least about $12 million richer for it. If you thought we were done talking about Jared Kushner's real estate earnings, you're very mistaken, as we're just getting started. In fact, according to the New York Times, he and his wife Ivanka had real estate investments worth a minimum of $204 million and a maximum of $783 million in 2019. The latter just $3 million less than the max value it had the year prior. Additionally, much of that income finds its way to Jared's wallet via his family real estate business, Kushner Companies. And while Jared was busy during those years working in the White House and had stepped back from his position at his business, Kushner Companies was busy buying and selling property, all the while making Jared a richer man. Long before Ivanka Trump was working on policy in the White House, and even before she was a businesswoman married to a millionaire mogul, Ivanka walked the runway as a model for elite model management, as noted by Vanity Fair.
But I model because I love to model, and it's something that I enjoy doing.
According to the magazine, Ivanka's father had a long-standing informal relationship with the agency, so they signed her to their celebrity division. So, for a few years in the late 90s, Ivanka was given an inside look at the fashion and modeling world. It's not surprising then that Ivanka later went on to launch a career in fashion, as it's an area she knows well. Starting in 2007, Ivanka debuted a jewelry collection. Then in 2011, she debuted her clothing line. And in 2016, the New York Times revealed that her line of shoes, handbags, and accessories brought in $75 million, of which she pocketed between $4 and $6 million in 2013. Furthermore, Ivanka reportedly received $5 million in 2017 from her fashion ventures. Ivanka shuttered her brand in 2018, but she could likely resurrect it at any time. Jared and his family businesses own several buildings throughout New York City that bring in tons of revenue. One especially notable building is the Puck Building in the Soho district of Manhattan. According to The Guardian, that dwelling alone brought in about $6 million in 2018, thanks all to the renters who live there. In Williamsburg, Brooklyn, Jared and the family business purchased a warehouse and turned it into luxury condos, as noted by The Guardian. In 2018, that converted building generated over $350,000 for Jared, which is paltry compared to other Kushner Companies ventures, but significant money nonetheless. When Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton to win the presidential election in 2016 and subsequently moved into the White House in 2017, he brought his daughter and son-in-law onto his staff. Of course, none of Trump's kids received a salary for their work, but that doesn't mean they didn't make money in other ways that first year in DC. Quite the opposite, in fact. For example, the eldest Trump daughter made quite a bit of money for pretty much doing nothing, as noted by the Washington Post. Specifically, Ivanka made a profit from stepping back from one of her work obligations. Ivanka was given a severance payment of more than $2 million from the Trump Organization, the job she left to work full-time at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The ins and outs of big business, especially of one the size that Jared Kushner and his family operate, can be pretty difficult to comprehend. For example, Kushner Companies isn't just a singular entity. Rather, it has a separate business named Westminster Management, which has the task of managing Kushner properties and ensuring that everything runs smoothly. The company operates in several different states, including New Jersey, Tennessee, Virginia, New York, and Maryland. That's right, the Kushner Empire isn't just a tri-state area exclusive, as they have a reach that extends all the way down the East Coast. Additionally, as Fortune magazine tells it, having an expansive property empire in the eastern United States has paid off nicely for Jared and his family. Indeed, Westminster Management brought in $1.8 million for Jared in 2020, thanks to their handling of all the multifamily homes that lie within these locales. This profit may sound pretty significant, but Ivanka and Jared actually lost money in 2020. They lost a sizable percent of their income, bringing them down from up to $156 million in 2019 to up to $120 million in 2020. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about celebrity couples are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.